Of all the biomass fuels, wood is the most commonly used as a fuel for cooking. But when wood is burnt, it creates a lot of smoke. And in a small enclosed room such as a kitchen, this indoor air pollution can lead to many health problems. Vincent Okello of Practical Action explains.
If you look at the worldwide picture, we'd say that 2/3 of humanity use solid fuels, biomass fuels, for cooking in the kitchen. And we find that the technology that is used to burn these fuels is very poor. Most of them use the 3-stone fireplace. The kitchen structure is also insufficiently ventilated, and the combination of the fuel, the burning technology, and the kitchen structure has caused this excessive exposure of the women and the children to these levels of smoke.
The World Trade Organization estimates that the effects of wood smoke cause nearly 2 million deaths a year, as well as many illnesses.
The problem that we saw initially was that the women and the children, especially children under 5 years old, were exposed to excessive amounts of smoke. Smoke is made up of two substances. There is the particulate matter, then there is also the carbon monoxide.
Inhaling the tiny particles found in smoke, together with the carbon monoxide gas, eventually leads to illnesses which affect the eyes and lungs. To combat this, Practical Action designed a smoke hood, which, when fitted over a fuel-efficient stove like the Upezi, helps reduce the smoke in the kitchen.
The smoke hood functions basically by removing the smoke from the kitchen environment. But alongside that, we've also developed simple interventions such as the eave spaces and added windows to the kitchen environment. And then with reference to the burning, the technology they use to burn the fuel, we've introduced the Upezi stove, which is an energy and fuel saving stove. Uses much less firewood than the regular three-stone fire. We've recorded savings of up to 40% less firewood used. And then because it is an energy saving stove, the energy is conserved and it's focused much better than in the traditional 3-stone fire. It cooks faster and the kitchen environment is much cleaner.
The heat rising from the fire creates a convection current within the smoke hood. This natural current of air goes up the chimney or flue and out of the kitchen. Grace Otieno describes what it was like to cook in her kitchen before she started using her clay smoke hood.
Before I started using the smoke hoods, I had a 3-stone fireplace, which I placed in the corner of my kitchen. I also used to have only one window, but now I have more ventilation. I used to have to use a lot of firewood for cooking, and the burning would create a lot of smoke inside the house. But now I've put the stove inside the hood. Cooking is easier, and I can also leave the fire unattended.
The smoke hood, when combined with the Upezi stove and better ventilation, means that Grace doesn't need to worry about leaving her fire unattended anymore.
The smoke hood prevents the children from getting too close to the fire. And so I can now sit with my children in the kitchen while the food is cooking.
Getting rid of smoke has meant getting rid of illnesses too.
When I used to cook with a 3-stone fireplace, the smoke used to come out of the gaps between the stones. I had a bad time because it affected my eyes, and I couldn't even stay in the kitchen with my children because of the smoke. It affected my health too, as I got bad colds and coughs.
This simple smoke hood has already had a big impact on improving people's health. And here in Kenya, smoke levels in the home have been reduced by up to 80%. It is hoped that Grace's example will inspire others to invest in a smoke hood to make their kitchens safer.